The Financial Times finally managed to say the quiet part out loud. They claim that Germany is collapsing and the European Union is helping push it off the precipice. Hello and welcome again to the Geopolitics podcast. Geopolitical Queen here with today's episode on how Germany isn't testing Europe's patience, but rather Europe's elites testing Germany's limits. So what happened again? Steel plants that were built in Germany and have been active since the Second World War are now closing up. Car factories are shrinking. Business leaders are openly furious. The so-called sick man of Europe is sick again, but this time the disease isn't inefficiency. It's economic suicide, engineered by unelected European Union elites and enforced by obedient BlackRock puppets like Friedrich Merz, who happens to be the Chancellor of Germany today. Merz wants 500 billion euros to rescue Germany's industries. But rescue the industries from what? From policies his party endorsed? German output is crashing. Energy prices are unlivable. Bureaucratic strangulation is destroying investments. Meanwhile, Merz is busy beating the drum for a forever war in Ukraine. What was Berlin's lifeline, anybody would ask? The reality was and still is that Berlin's lifeline was the Nord Stream pipelines. The cheap energy from Russia was Germany's savior to the so-called developed technology economic successful country that Germany became. These pipelines, as we all noticed in 2022, were blown up by their own NATO partner, United States, as reported by Seymour Hersh. But then it was sabotaged with a shrug, while Brussels and NATO pleaded the fifth. Could anyone imagine what the United States would have done should their most important energy infrastructure be blown up by anybody, be it an ally or an enemy? But the United States did it, and the NATO countries just looked on, pretending as if it never happened, because they had all decided to fight against Russia, an irrelevant war which Europeans are rather suffering from as compared to what they thought could have happened to Russia. The United States may have benefited from the executioner in person, and this executioner is in Brussels. The one and only unelected President Ursula von der Leyen and her bureaucrat caste. They led the charge. They deindustrialized Germany, sanctioned Moscow with over 19 packages, sent tanks to Ukraine, while poor German workers footed the bill. And all these for what? Especially when it was very obvious that Kyiv was never going to win this war. Yet, the EU elites demanded more tributes, more weapons, more finances, and now more factories are being shut down with more pain. As it stands now, German steel production is down by 12%. Over 2 million fewer cars are produced today as compared to 2017. Excessive green levies and gas rationing is doing no good to industries as well. To top it all, Germany has the irrelevant US tariffs being slapped on them, and what does Berlin do? They just stay muzzled. The results? There are revolts on the streets. In the North Rhine-Westphalia region, a once SPD heartland, today the Alternative for Deutschland is surging. The good news is, some Germans are waking up. They can now see how hollowed out their economy is becoming. They have now realized that it wasn't Russia after all. It was their own leaders in Brussels and Berlin who were marching to the Davos drum beats. So what do you think? Was Germany testing Europe's patience, or Europe's elites tested Germany's limits? Well, kindly leave your comments in the comment section below, and thanks for tuning in. I will be back with the next broadcast. Good day.